Hey everybody. Now, if you're watching this, you probably loved Spider-Man 2. And you're probably just as excited for Spider-Man PS4. And I'm here today to talk about why Spider-Man 2 was such an amazing game. And just what made it the greatness of what it was. And before we get into this, can you guys drop a sub? It helps me out, and huge shout out to the 35 people who have just subbed to me. It means a lot. Let me know what you guys want to see in future content. I always like to hear back from people to see what they would like to see. And I also love getting feedback, so tell me what I do better. Okay, now let's jump right into this, guys. So Spider-Man 2 versus Spider-Man 1, the game, is a huge improvement. When I say huge improvement, I mean huge. I mean the whole open world aspect and just everything. It's an all-around better rounded game. The one thing I do like that both games did well was these cutscenes that you're seeing right now. They're really cool to see in the first game, and they're also really cool to see in the second. It just gives it a cinematic feel that, you know, most games really didn't have back then. And it was fun to see before you went into the story event. It was a really well done animation. I mean, I would watch a movie that looked like this. It's really good animation. Best thing that this game could have done was ignore the movie. Because, well, here's the thing. I love the Spider-Man 2 movie, but whenever games try to mimic the movie or make a movie game, they just mess it up every single time. You can see what this one does. It takes a little bit from the movie. You'll see, you know, the train sequence and Doc Ock's the main villain, and a couple parts, you know, with Doc Ock. But other than that, it does its own thing, and it works. And that's why, you know, most movie games, they should really do that, because it works, and it's good, and it's great. Well, when it's done right. In this case, Spider-Man 2 did it right. Now, next thing. It took some risks. I don't know if you guys remember the Mysterio fight and what was it? Yeah, Madison Square Garden, I believe it took place in. You know, where he has the huge obstacle course and you got to climb your way through it, and you know, one simple mess up, you flip on a dime and Mysterio shoots you and you lose the game, and you have to restart all over again. You know, this is a game that took skill to do. And doing that mission, if you messed up once, you had to restart everything from where you were the last time. And you know, it was pretty tough. It provided. I mean, when I played this game, I believe, let's see, this game came out in 2004, so I was probably I was 7 or 8 years old, maybe 9. I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. But regardless, you know, this game, it took skill. I mean, even when you play it today, the last time I played it was a couple years ago, and it still holds up to this day. This game is still fun, and I still enjoy it. And it's not just because of the nostalgia feeling of, oh, this was the first, you know, game I ever played and the first Spider-Man game I ever played. Like, no, this was just a good game. It's fun, and I really like it. No matter how many times I play it, I mean, I always find enjoyment in it. Hell of a lot more than I enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man 2 of the game. No. Here's probably one of the biggest reasons why you guys are here. The web swinging. Oh man, everybody loves the web swinging in this game. Every single Spider-Man game compares the web swinging to Spider-Man 2 because it never felt so good. Ever since Spider-Man 2, it felt so perfect the way the physics worked. You know, you could do the 360 loop-de-loops around the building, you could do acrobatic tricks, and you could upgrade absolutely every single aspect of the swing, the launch, you know, the be able to jump off it more, just the speed. You could literally upgrade everything with this, and it was just so cool. One other thing this game really does right, the open world. The open world in this game, you know, say what you want about it, but for a game in 2004, this open world holds up. Having to go to the citizens to talk to them about, you know, those little side quests of beating up robots, or they'll tell you there's an armed robbery going on. And it was really cool. You know, there are a lot of cars in the streets. There are citizens walking the streets. You know, it's not a dull thing, and having the real world time with the light and day, the night and day cycles, it's very well done, and it looks really cool. The random events in this game are, I love them. Like, you can just be swinging, you get a little purple ping on your screen that pops up, and you gotta go just interrupt a gunfight, and that gunfight can lead to a car chase because they could just take off on you, and that's amazing. For a game back then, there's no other one that I can think about that does that, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's so much fun. The side missions in this game, the main missions are great, but also don't forget about the side missions. The side missions are just as fun. You can argue, say, oh, you have the to-do list or whatnot, but there are some missions I would count as side missions because they don't take part really in the main story, and you sort of just go off, you do your own thing with Black Cat, or even when you're getting Shocker, that doesn't even feel like a part to the main story. The main story feels like all the stuff with Doc Ock and, that storyline. But everything else, it was a lot of fun. Going to the arcade and you could play the mini games in there, and then there was also the arena where you could, what was her name? I can't remember, I think it started with a P. But mention it in the comments if you saw it. I saw a video where Evan Flarka, he did a video where he was fighting her in the arena, but I can't remember it for some reason. Anyways, other than that, there is a lot in this open world. It's not a small game. It's not a bland open world. There is so much more to this than meets the eye. For example, all the upgrades you can do, the combat upgrades, the swinging, the traversal upgrades, all of that. This was not in games back then. This really started to set the standard for open world games. It's really, really cool. And the cool thing about these combos, okay, you get it, you can play it simple. You can just tap X and do the same combos every single time. It's just one punch, two punch, three punch, that's it. And then maybe do a running uppercut. But if you play this game religiously and you go through these combos and you memorize them, you can pull off some really cool things. Webbing people in the air, slamming them to the ground. One of my favorite ones was you would go into spider reflex mode and you would knock this dude up in the air, and he would do I think it's called the stair step or something like that. You would just do 100 kicks in 10 seconds. It was absolutely amazing. Everything's moving slow and you're just climbing up basically because you're just kicking this guy so fast, and stuff like that really made the combat a lot of fun for me. And if you go back and you replay it today and you memorize these combos, you can pull off some pretty stylish things. And let me tell you guys, it feels really good when you can go into this game and pull off things that you'd see in a movie, because it is absolutely amazing. And Spider-Man 2, it held up then, and it still holds up now. Not even to mention all the collectibles that are in the world, going around collecting those gold coins that to this day I still have not found all of them. It doesn't matter how many hours I've put in. This city is so big. There's so much exploring you can do. If I would have to follow an IGN guide or something like that to find all these coins. And I don't know what you get once you get them, but you know what? I love this game. This game is absolutely amazing, and it's the first Spider-Man game I played, let alone it's the first open world game I ever played, or just first video game in general. I had a tennis game that came with my Xbox before this, but my mom always knew when I was growing up, it's just Spider-Man was my favorite character, and she surprised me when she came home from work one day and got me the Spider-Man game, and I played this for years. I still have it, and I love it, and this game means so much to me. And I hope it means just as much to you guys. And for all you younger fans that are going to be experiencing Spider-Man PS4, go back, play this one, figure out a way to get an old Xbox if you don't have it. Go back, play it, play the original. I know these graphics are not like what the new ones are, but I'm telling you, this game is fun. It will give you a challenge. You're going to love it. It's a great time. From the opening scene with Rhino to the ending with Doc Ock, it's so much fun. Just go play it if you haven't. Go play it right now. And if you've already played it, go play it again as an adult, or 10 years later. I'm telling you, it's worth it. This game, It was amazing. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop a sub. I'll talk to y'all in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.